Hello everybody, and welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, That Mania. And today, with keeping up with the trend of burning through my backlog finally, we have Hot Toys Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Nebula. The last figure that had released for the Guardians of the Galaxy line, and has been sitting at my desk for far too long, because I just kept pushing her back for no real good reason other than just I hadn't gotten to it. But here it is now. We're finally getting to her. The Guardians of the Galaxy 3 line is finally wrapping up with this one, and here it is. Box pretty similar to all the other boxes, nothing too special. Just straight up picture of the character. I don't believe that's the figure. I don't know what else I could say. There's some words right there. And if you go around, you'll see kind of got like a radio theme up there. Little staticky jitters. All in all, pretty straightforward box. But obviously, it's about more than just the box. It's about what's inside. So why don't we crack open this egg and look at the yolk that's inside. And finally, here she is on the spinning turntable of doom. And I have to say, I don't know why I put this one off for so long, because I really, really like this Nebula. I like what she comes with. I like what they've got going on here. I love the team suit thing going on. I still wish we got a Drax and Mantis, but I think, unfortunately, as of for now, that ship has sailed for a third time. But we did get another Nebula, which I didn't think we would, because the last one didn't sell all too well after people asked for it for a while. But we did get her at the end of the day. And I'm happy about it, because I like the way she looked in this movie. She's got a bit more softer face sculpt than the previous one, which just happens to be the softer paint work that they did in the movie. I know it's not as rough, but it kind of shows off her natural progression at the same time. So I'm super excited to have this one. So why don't we stop her from spinning and actually take a closer look at everything that this box does indeed have inside of it. So for starters, we've got a couple arm accessories here, because this Nebula version has a nice cool changeable arm, kind of similar to Bucky's arm in Marvel Rivals if you haven't played it. It's got a lot of like wiring and specific things, so it can kind of twist it at different forms. As you see, there's the normal hand right there. Then we have this big glug-a-lug cannon. It's a nice one. It's got some orangey on the inside and on the outside. This is for your big glug-a-lug firing kind of thing. That's a fun one. I don't see myself using that one specifically. We have another firing hand, which is just, a little bit more specific. It's a bit smaller. Helps a little bit smaller of a profile. Not as glug-a-luggy. It's got a bit purple on the front there. Definitely could use this for some firing for effect. We've got big heated blade. If you remember, she does indeed pierce this through Adam Warlock at one point at the beginning of the movie. It's a nice piece. It is kind of long though, so you can use it, but it is going to extend way further down than most people are comfortable with. We do have this armor here, which she wears at the beginning of the movie. She doesn't wear it in the team suit, but they gave it to her anyway. And if you remember, it does have extra wings, which she used to fly. I'll put that on her a bit later. But that's pretty much it Nebula-wise, because, instead of needing a handheld weapon, she becomes the weapon. So, let's talk about all Nebula here. Like I said previously, the paint applications just to the character in general in the movie are a lot softer. The colors are a bit lighter, which kind of goes hand in hand with her character arc. She's not as angry anymore. She's part of the team now, so she's a bit softer. It's just not as harsh. It's really nice. I like it. It's a little bit of visual storytelling, and I do like it. I think it looks really good. I think it looks very nebula-y, and I'm very happy with it overall. There's just a lot of weird black lineage on the top here, but what can you do? We don't have to worry about posable eyeballs, because her eyes are the black voids. So we don't have to worry about big eyeball syndrome. We got some technical detail there, which is really nice. All in all, kind of an easier sculpt for Hot Toys to do. They don't have to worry about hair. They just got to worry about making it look good. And I'd say, for the most part, they did a solid job at making it look good. So for the rest here, it's pretty much similar to every other Guardians figure we've talked about. We've got the team suit here. Obviously, hers is just woman. I wish that she had both arms, because if she did, I probably could have just bought a second one of this and made Mantis, now that I'm thinking about it. Obviously, her missing one of her arms does not help that concept. I saw somebody take their Star-Lord and kind of just break it up and put the Guardians 1 Drax in there. But that would involve you having a Guardians 1 Drax, which is just as hard to get as the Declaration of Independence. But I love this team suit. I love the maroons and blues. I think they pop really nicely. Nice flap at the front. Obviously, get a bit more range over on this side now because there's a free arm as opposed to this one, which does have a bit more padding because it is clothing after all. It does do a nice job though of unifying the team a bit more, and I really like that. I really like, you know, the breakups. There's not a lot of color differentiation. I know a suit like this, sometimes they'll just throw in random variations of the main color just to break up, but it's not too bad. You'll get your splotches of lighter blue, but pretty much they stay pretty true to that maroon. Like you can see there's a little lighter blue there to break up the darker blue, but it's not so crazy and noticeable that it's ugly like some other suits can be when they just throw it in for throwing in sake. It doesn't have as many as the tactical lines as newer superhero suits do. Like you see the piping and the tactical lineage, but it's not too bad. But now that I'm looking at the back, there is this part right here which really emphasizes here for some reason. I don't really like that. It's kind of like a God, who did I just call PP Pants? I can't remember. Was it a Miles? Was it PP Pants Miles? I can't remember. But there was a figure recently that I said had the same problem where it's like indented and shown off it's like indenting the wrong area. And it feels like it's fine on the front, but as soon as you get to the back, it's just a little weird. I don't know who would have done that. There is this light blue line kind of streaking down the side here. It's on both sides. But again, it's not so intrusive that it's completely interrupting my normal day flow. So I'm not too angry about it. We got pretty much straightforward leggage from here. There's no real knee pad like there is like shoulder pad. There's definitely shoulder pad and some maroon all the way down, which flows really nicely. I like the way it flows down the arm. Obviously, it doesn't on this side where we got that, like I said, kind of similar to Marvel Rivals Bucky's arm where it's got like these tube wires. It's a nice look and it can mend into anything. We've got this nice black belt here in the middle, which pretty much breaks up the whole suit in a nice enough way where it's not too intrusive, but it is there. You know, it has purpose. It breaks up the middle, which a good belt should do. And like I was saying, the boots here are pretty much just all straight up black. Nothing too special there. But they do break up there, so you get some nice boot detailing there. Let's see if I can get it too. There's some lineage that you probably shouldn't be seeing really because the boot should be covering it at all times. But there is nice weathering on these boots as well, which means they've definitely been worn before. And on the bottom, you can see they're quite dirty for a suit that they threw together after they lost their main one. So I don't know what kind of dirt they stepped in between, unless this is supposed to take place after they got onto Earth 2. And then we've got the nice crest there in the middle, which really adds that splash of gold. It helps the suit look really nice overall. But obviously, like I said, there is a bit more to this suit because we can add the extra armor pieces. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop those on, and we're going to see how that looks all in all. So here we have Nebula with the extra bits of armor on. And I will say, it does look nice. It's kind of fun. It's a little bulky, and I don't see myself using it. Maybe just not the wing pieces, because I don't mind the armor bit here. It's got a nice, like, almost Halo Covenant purpley blue to it. And it shades in, like, I don't know what word I'm looking for here. Kind of like staggers itself to a nice bit of armor with a little bit of gold and brown thrown in there. So honestly, it is a really fun look. And I think without the wing pieces, it could still look fine. But the wings are also super nice. We got like these caution yellow and gray going on here. So you know not to get too close to them. There is some detailing on the back. You can see there's some wire going around. The pieces do just kind of plug in. But they do look nice overall. The dogs don't agree, but I'll just let them continue to do their thing because that's just the dog thing to do. But all in all, I will say, looks nice. Looks good with the flying pieces too. I don't know what I'll do with mine. Obviously, she'll just go chill with the team overall, which I think, speaking of the team, I think it's time that I finally get them all together. It's only been long enough with them spread apart. So let me go grab the team real quick and let's see the Guardians 3 lineup from Hot Toys that we've officially gotten. It feels empty without Mantis and Nebula. Mantis and Drax, and even Gamora from Volume 3. Obviously, we have Gamora from Volume 1 and 2, but it feels kind of empty without Volume 3 Gamora to go with the Volume 3 crew here, because we do have a very sizable crew. Obviously, we got 4 figures out of this: Groot, Star-Lord, Rocket, and Nebula, which is pretty good. It's almost the full team, but not quite. And that's what hurts the most, is we almost had it. We got Cosmo, but we didn't get Drax. At least from Hot Toys. We didn't get a third-party Drax or a Mantis, but we did get something. But I'm happy with the way these look. I'm happy with the way the team has come together. They don't look too awkward next to each other. They all have pretty solid body proportions. The suits match nicely enough. Obviously, Rockets is going to look a little weirder because he's smaller. Groot doesn't even have a suit. And Cosmo's just here for the ride. So I'm pretty happy with the turnout of the entire grouping here. But we do have one more Guardians 3 figure. So why don't we pull him out now as well and add him to the conglomerate. So we've added the Toys Battalion Adam Warlock to the collection here. Or I guess the collective here. And I will say, other than the fact that the glue on the leg armor here just refuses to hold, solid figure overall. Solid grouping overall here. Do wish we'd get maybe 1 or 2 more third party. But the fact that I got an Adam Warlock, I think it's a pretty good. So I'm fairly content with the entire grouping here for the most part. Everybody looks really good. I think everybody looks fantastic of what we have gotten. They've all gotten the proper accessories. Everybody's gotten exactly what they needed, which is good. So I'm very happy about that. I'm just happy that I got Rocket and Groot for the most part, because those are the two I don't even... Well, I guess Groot at this point, because Groot I didn't even have in a collection. I just got Endgame Rocket not too long before this Rocket went up. So all in all, pretty happy about everything here. And it's crazy to think that this is an entire collection of people that I've reviewed everybody for. At one point, I would have never gotten that, but it's been a year of me doing stuff like this. And shameless plug, if you've been following me this long and you're not subscribed, feel free to, because I'm in it for the long haul, baby, and you should be in it with me long haul. The Transformer, yes. We got a lot of good stuff going. The fact that I've gotten all of these on video, and you can see the natural progression of my thumbnails through these guys as well. All crazy stuff. All super exciting. And I'm looking to keep that work going. But, there's only so much we can do for now. What I do want to do is bring out the Infinity War Nebula and just see them side by side as well. just to see how much it's changed between just one figure iteration. So let's do that now. So like I said earlier, for the most part, everything is similar enough, but it's the paintwork that's the difference. You know, this Nebula is a bit cleaner. The pieces are all brighter. It's softer. It's not as angry and rugged as the previous Nebula. She doesn't have as much anger in her heart. Obviously, this one has this big piece here as well, which helps differentiate the two other than, you know, outfits. But there's just a lot of visual storytelling here with just paintwork alone, which is very nice, very nicely done. For the most part, the bodies are almost similar, but she's got a bit bigger of a body on the newer suit. Her arms are bigger. The waist area is bigger, and it might just be because it's a bigger padded suit as opposed to this leather outfit. But I really wanted to talk about these head sculpts because they're fairly similar, but the biggest change is just overall color tone. But other than that, these two look really nice next to each other. I think the newer Nebula has a slightly bigger head than the older one, which I don't know which one is more accurate, big head on the beat or smaller cranium. But they both serve two different roles in the collection, so neither one of these is going to get kicked out of a collection because the other one is here, which is always nice to have. I don't like when a figure replaces one. Like, I hated replacing my Season 1 Mando with Season 2, because there's no reason to have the Season 1 if you have the Season 2, because the Season 2 is just better in every single way, pretty much. But, like, with this one, they serve two different roles, so you'll never have to worry about replacing, which is always nice with me. Now, let's get on to my favorite part of the video, articulation. So, like normal, life ending 360 degrees, with an up that far, down that far, back and forth action. This arm goes up this far, and this arm goes up this far. This arm you can get a free 360. This arm will go up that far, back that far. About a 90 at the elbow. Same with this one. You got a little bit of crunch, not too much. An alright spread. This leg goes up about that much. Goes back about that much. Good knee bend and ankle articulation aplenty. So, not too bad. Like I said, you get one arm that's completely free, one arm that's a little less free, but still a pretty decent amount of articulation, and a normal Hot Toys 90 degree at the woman's elbow. Pretty good, if I don't say so myself. So just like the rest of the team here, Nebula definitely pulls out the best that she can. There's nothing really wrong with the figure. If I had one complaint, it's the fact that the neck looks a little weird because it kind of cuts off right at the head. But other than that, I mean, the team suit looks exactly like it needs to. All the accessories are accessoried really nicely. She even comes with a piece that she doesn't even wear in this suit, so that's an extra accessory, technically speaking, because she's wearing, like, normal clothes at the beginning of the movie. So the fact that they even added it just to have cool extra accessories is always nice. And it gives you that secondary displaying option in case you wanted it. But I will say Hot Toys, for the most part, did a fantastic job at the entire Guardians lineup. Groot having the extra guns. Star-Lord looking really good. He's got a really nice sculpt. Rocket, pretty fantastic for the most part. The only way they can make Rocket better is if they figured out how to make it furry for real. Nebula looks amazing. Cosmo, you know, is an accessory, but still looks pretty good. So I'm very happy with the entire Guardians 3 lineup. I just wish I had more. I'm shocked that nobody has made a, I want to say Grand Inquisitor. The bad guy from the movie that I also can't remember the name of all of a sudden. The big guy, the brain gravity guy. It'll come back to me. I'm shocked that nobody's made a figure of him. But other than that, I'm content with this entire lineup. I think it looks fantastic, and I hope that you've picked it up as well. If you're a Guardians fan, if you're a Guardians 3 fan, definitely should be picking all of these up because they are all really, really good. But I know a lot of people didn't because they were waiting for the whole team lineup to happen, and it never did. And sometimes that holds people back from buying a whole team. Nobody wants to commit to a team that's not getting done. That's why Bad Batch Crosshair sold out and people don't have it because we weren't sure if Wrecker and Tech was going to happen. I'm just glad that I did pick up Crosshair in the hopes that it would happen. But yeah, I know Hot Toys doesn't like to commit to full teams. So sometimes with a team like this, it doesn't quite work as well because nobody wants to buy it until it's assured that they're all getting made. That's just, I'd argue that's bad. That's bad marketing from a Hot Toys standpoint. But who knows what's going on behind the scenes. But all in all, I hope you pick this guy up or this girl up here right now if you're a big fan of the Guardians movies, because it's definitely something to be added to the collection. There is so much fun to be had with this one right here. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe because the channel's been doing really nicely recently, and I like to keep that momentum going, especially now that I'm kind of working on a backlog here of figures, so I've got plenty to work with. I got plenty to keep going, and I will keep going until I can't go anymore. And that'll probably be when the sun burns out in a billion years. So we got plenty of time, guys. And like the video, if you're enjoying it, like the video. That's just how it be. And with all of that out of the way, I've been me, and you've been you, and thank you for watching another 6-scale figure review. Hopefully, you join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.